Well, Ian, it's been a busy week at the Lane. How would you sum it up generally?
Positive week. Obviously, we've the re-signing of some players, and of course the coaching staff, and there's a lot going on. We're in and working extremely hard building the squad for next season. So I think it's different weeks because we're not out on the training pitch, but still enjoyable because we're getting a lot of good work done.
First to commit their futures to the club was your new assistant head coach, Michael Doyle.
Yeah. Obviously, we've been speaking about this for a few weeks, and we knew that the end of the season was coming, and we kind of had spoken about Michael's future and where he's heading. And I know that he still has a little bit in there that he still wants to offer something on the pitch, but he also understands that he can offer a lot off the pitch as a coach, and just to try and find that balance. So I think the first thing is to help with the coaching, because I think he's had a good impact since he's been here together with me. Very knowledgeable, respected in the group. He's still cutting his teeth in terms of sessions and learning how to deliver the sessions on a daily basis. But that's something that I've obviously been doing for a long while. So I think with his knowledge and my coaching abilities, I think we make a good team. And I'm still keen not to write him off as a player, because he's had a very good season out on the pitch, and we know he can still offer something there. But he also feels it's time to kind of educate the new players in how to play, and certainly how to play in the way that we want them to. And he's there if we need him. We know he's reliable, and that he can come in and help in games if that's what we feel is the right thing.
There were a lot of relieved supporters when we released the news about Sam Slocum, and I think he really rose to prominence as a key figure with that announcement, because the fans were delighted. Obviously, there were offers from higher in the pyramid. How relieved were you that he chose us?
Very relieved, and I was aware of the offers in higher up, and that obviously made us slightly concerned, because we knew that maybe would tempt him away. But I think I watched Sam's interview, and you can see he's an intelligent guy. He's thoughtful about where he wants to be. It's not just about the league, but it's about the environment. It's about the way we play football, and I think he's certainly, he had that small injury and he came back, and the last part of the season he was very important for us, not only in how the saves he makes and the important things, he coming and taking crosses and commanding as a goalkeeper, but how he started to play, his calmness on the ball for the way that we want to play is really important. So really, really good to get him on board. We know how important that goalkeeper position is, and to get that nailed down was a big positive.
Everybody talks, don't they, about building a spine of the team. So we've got Sam Slocum. Connor Rawlinson also committed his future this week. How pleased are you with that?
Really pleased. I know Connor's been a really important part of the defensive unit for a while now, and he's a good leader off the pitch, very professional, great character to have about, committed defender. We used him on the right of a back three a lot, but I think he can really stake his claim in the middle as well of that back three, because I think he's commanding in the air, and he's he can be good with the ball and find the passes through. So I think he can play a variety of roles at the back, but it's really important that we get that spine of the team, the leadership, somebody and another player that wants to show commitment to the club and stay and try and help us out of this division.
Our end of season awards were announced earlier this week. Ruben Rodriguez, clearly a very popular figure with the fans. He scoops the Fans Player of the Year award.
Yeah, and watching some of the earlier games before I came in, he scored some really good goals and some great assists, and his numbers were good from that perspective. I think everyone knows when I came in he had a little rough patch, and we demanded a lot from him, and I think he showed the character of himself, and how good a football player he is and can be towards the back end of this season. With some of his performances were outstanding, really above the level. And so well deserved, and certainly he is a player that fans love, because fans come to be entertained, and Ruben can certainly do that.
A lot of people are wondering how on earth you're going to fit Ruben Rodriguez and Carl Roberts into an Ian Burchnall system, so that'll be one to potentially watch out for in pre-season, Ian.
Listen, that is exactly what an Ian Burchnall system wants, is players with that creative capacity through the middle of the pitch to help us, and they're two very top players, and getting them on the pitch in a system that works is going to be key for us, I think.
Another key man will be Kyle Wootton. For the second successive year he's won Golden Boot and Players Player. Just how much of a respected figure is Kyle in the dressing room?
Massively. He's not a big shouter and baller out on the pitch, and he's not one of those types, but he's more quiet leadership. He's unbelievably professional every day, takes everything very seriously, but he's also a great character to have about in the dressing room. Brilliant guy to work with, hungry to learn, sets examples out on the training pitch every day. So brilliant ambassador for the football club, and a really good season, top scorer again. Valuable input even without his goals in terms of hold-up play and general work rate, and really that's obviously been recognised by his peers, which is a big statement.
I think Kyle would be the first to admit that he should have had more goals this year. He hit 18 last year, 19 this, and obviously 20 will be his target next year. But the beauty is there's room for improvement there with him, isn't there?
Yeah, and I've had little meetings with every player, and I talked to Kyle after the season, and we both said the same thing. He's had 2 good seasons, but I think he can far surpass what he did this season next year. I think we'll create more chances for him. I think we can work hard on his game to get him to the next level, and I definitely think he'll bring more goals next season than he did this season.
There's been a bit of a buzz around the lane this week. We've seen you, Richard Montague, the analysis and recruitment team into meetings and doing bits and bobs. Can you just bring us up to speed on the attempts to bring new players to the squad?
Yeah, that's what we're working with every day, and the phone has not stopped ringing with agents, players, and that's a normal thing at the end of a season. But there's a lot of action happening, although we haven't seen the product of it yet with the signings. It does take time, but we're working really hard, and some of the players that we're speaking with I think are exciting players, and I really think we can make big improvements now going into the next season with the players that we can bring in, but like you say, we're working extremely hard now to make sure that we can do that.
Any player that does come to Meadow Lane is going to be coming into a club which is buzzing with excitement for the new season. That season ticket sales, I've never seen anything like it in my time in football. How much does that filter through to you and the players in terms of being buzzing for the season ahead?
Yeah, I haven't spoken to the players about that, but certainly I looked at it myself and saw the amount that was sold and how fast they were sold, and I think it's a testament to the supporters really of the football club that we're sat in the National League. We just missed out on promotion, yet the enthusiasm and the support, no matter what is happening, fills us with a lot of positivity, and we're very proud that so many supporters want to come and watch us play next season, and it's up for us to put a product on the pitch that they really enjoy to see. But it's phenomenal really when you look, and it's a statement from the football club that you can talk about what league we're in, but if you want to talk about a big club, the way in which the fans have embraced the season ticket sales and want to come back and support the team is a sign of how big this club is.